ओंटारियो लिबरल पार्टी के आगू स्टीवन डेल डूका वालों पत्रकारां नाल गलबात की गई। स्टीवन डेल डूका ने क्लेरेंस रोकलैंड विच एक घोषणा की ते उन्हां क्लेरेंस रोकलैंड च एक मुहिम की शुरुआत की। दस दे कि ओंटारियो के वोटर 2 जून नूं होण वालियां प्रोविंशियल चोणां वल वध रहे ने।
My sincere condolences to the families of, I believe now, the 10 individuals across Ontario who lost their lives during and in the aftermath as a result of the brutal storm that touched down and traveled through so many different parts of this province. I know that it is heartbreaking for the families of those victims, and I just wanted to offer my condolences. Secondly, I want to begin by thanking Amanda Simard for spending some important time with me today in two particular communities here in Glengarry, Prescott, Russell, the community of Hammond and the community of Sarsfield, that were hit directly and in a very, very brutal way by the storm of a number of days ago. And I also want to thank Mayor Mario Xanth, the mayor of Clarence Rockland, who spent some time with us in Hammond specifically as we went down one of the residential streets where literally you could see there had been destruction. You could see the roof of a nearby Rona and other buildings that had lifted off during the storm and had come down on some of the homes on that particular residential street that we saw. And we also had the chance today to speak with individual residents from Hammond. And I just wanted to share some of my thoughts about what I heard from them, and then also talk a little bit more about the leadership that is so required in this province right now. So first of all, from the residents, and I suspect that this is true right across the communities directly impacted here in Glengarry, Prescott, Russell, there is a remarkable strength and resilience and an attitude of being a good and supportive neighbor here in this community. And I think that's the Ontario way. The fact that despite the hardships that we face from time to time, that we do in this province have extraordinary capacity to come together, to be there for one another, to be good neighbors. For example, on that street in Hammond, I heard how there are so many tradespeople who live up and down that particular residential neighborhood, electricians and plumbers, and they've been out helping their neighbors deal with broken sump pumps and helping with other forms of reconnections or connections to generators. So important to hear that. I heard Ms. Simard and Mayor Xanth speaking directly with those residents about some of the concerns they have about their generators, being able to run them, the local grocery stores. But I just wanted to highlight, there is something magical about people who live here in this province, Ontarians, who understand what it means to be good neighbors and to look out for one another. But they require leadership. They require real, genuine leadership. There are a couple of other practical things that were brought to my attention today that I just wanted to highlight. You know, I think about the job of being premier, and I know there are a lot of very important, of course, responsibilities that come with that job, and a lot of laws and regulations and rules that need to be changed and passed. But I just wanted to highlight two specifically, again, that make a lot of sense to me, that practical suggestions that would be helping people in this part of the province right now. Number one, one of the biggest challenges in these communities that have been directly impacted is the fact that the power is out. For thousands of homes and farms and businesses, the power is out right now. Now, I heard from Mayor Xanth, we heard today, that there are crews on their way from New Brunswick, which is great to see, hydro crews to help out with connection efforts here. But it's so critically important to make sure that people in this community can have access to grocery stores and to gas stations, in particular to help run the generators that many of them have at home.